So once again, good morning, traders. So we'll be doing live trading today on a no trading day. And just to give you a heads up that the order volumes are absolutely fine. So if somebody is not trading on YouTube, it doesn't mean that the volumes have dropped. That's the first thing that I want to start with. Now, the second thing is that whatever SEBI is trying to do with us, it's trying to do for our benefit. You need to understand the intention behind what they are doing, rather than just protesting something, because globally we Indians are known to be a herd mentality. If one person is talking about something, we all want to talk about the same thing. That's how Rasode Mein Kaun Tha became a hit and things became viral. Okay, so if you just understand the kind of things that India becomes viral for, me being an Indian, I'm not so proud about it, but I have to live with it. So things are very simple. Okay, we do something. If that benefits us, you need to understand why it is benefiting us in the first place. All right, so that hedge will protect you from whatever problems that you have. Okay, it won't protect you. By having margin, you have a tendency to blow up your capital faster than having a hedge. So that is the most important thing, right? To protect your capital. So as a backup, what I've done is, we have our salary trading account over here. This is my brother-in-law's account. I think his margins are not uploaded. Let me just go ahead and get in and see what's happened here. So we started this account on September expiry with somewhere around 75,000. We have already crossed somewhere around 1,34,000. Now, with this account, I'm also having my personal 5 paisa account, which has a balance of 7 lakhs. I'm just using it as a backup. If things go wrong in Zerodha, I will use it over here just in case if we have to go ahead and do a few things. All right. So 5 paisa is the same account which grew from 75,000 to 5 lakh. I did not withdraw any money over there because I have enough money to live. So I just did a couple of tradings over a period of time that became 7L. So that keeps growing. So this is a personal account which has no relation to our live trading efforts, which is the salary account. But however, this is the account that I'm actually using for this month. And this is the account that I'm planning to grow. Now, with all said and done, let us quickly get back and see what is happening over here. The first thing that we need to check is that Nifty Bank has already gone ahead and moved itself up. So let us look at the options that we are going to look for, the ones that we are going to buy. So at this moment, 36,700 put is somewhere around 246, whereas, okay, now this is the ATM right now. So 36,700 and 36,600 are the ones which are dangling around at this moment. So what we need to do is we need to add these two options on our list. That is 36,600 call and 36,700 put. All right. So please add that in. 36,600 call and 36,700 put. So we are going to have an opportunity on either of these guys. So in either of these options is where we are going to have an opportunity. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and understand and see how they are reacting by adding them over here and trying to see where they are heading towards. 36,600 call. 36,600 put. Okay, on the left side, I have got a call, and on the right side, I think I bought a wrong put. So 36,700 put it is. Yeah. Are you guys able to comprehend the options that I've selected and why? Okay. Yesterday, we selected both the strikes at the ATM. Okay. Now we are selecting the strikes which are a little bit on a flip up and flip down. So those are the things that we are selecting at. At this moment, to be honest with you, I don't see a nice risk to reward over here. We have to work on a candle to candle basis. So at this moment, even if we take an opportunity on a call, our stop loss will be maximum somewhere around 220. So there is somewhere around 40 points that we can keep it as a stop loss. Now, in terms of if we buy a put 36,700 put, then we should be looking at a completely different parameter. That would be 233 is the current low for the day. So we'll understand and see what's going to happen, and we'll work it out. Now, just to let you know, guys, if I see Zerodha having an issue today because of margins, I will use 5 paisa just for today. Okay, just for today. I'm just having this as a backup if things go wrong. All right. So, with that in mind, let's work things out and see what's going to happen over here. Now, I'm seeing a decent amount of a strength that is happening on calls. And I don't see anything over here that is happening on put. So let us check the order flow and see what's going on here. So the order flow tells me that there is still a strong buying. Now, as per the order flow, if I go, my stop loss would be somewhere around 36,607. So there is a large stop loss that we have over here at this moment. Now, if we look at Nifty is trying to top out itself, but over here, Bank Nifty is already, strengthened itself. And remember, this would be a crucial support. So over here, what we can do is we can take a momentum trade. Okay, and if it goes against us, we will try to cut it off right at the middle of the event. So what would that mean is that our stop loss would be somewhere around 220, and we will initiate a buy here. So we will initiate a buy on 36,600 call, and what we are initiating today is somewhere around 100 quantity, just on a normal basis. So we'll try to go ahead and do that. Now, before I initiate that position, let me just go ahead and see what's happening. Now over here, guys, there is no resistance. This is a vacant space. So we will need to go ahead and find a target as to where it can go. Let me just go back to the daily chart. And in terms of the target that I can see, it is already hovering around it. So I think it might head towards the 36,900 levels pretty soon. So that's what it's showing over here at this moment. So let us go back to our dashboard and see. I think we already have a slip over here of some point. So I'm initiating the position. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. So we had a slippage of taking this position. We were looking at it at 279, but it already moved somewhere around 30 points up. So we have a slippage of 25 points, which is absolutely okay. 2,500 I'm ready to give today. So let's see what happens over here and what would be the momentous thing over here. Now, of course, as soon as we bought it, there is a bit of a pressure on this candle, but this candle has decent enough of volume that it can actually pick towards and try to move onto the upside. Now, at this moment, our buy price is somewhere around 303.99. So, the slippage was quite high on initiating this buy while I was having a look at the targets. So that's fine. That happens. That usually happens. So let's look at this over here onto the upside. So my buy price would be somewhere around 303.5. So this is my buy price. So what would be my stop loss? My stop loss would be at 220. Now, of course, there was a bit of a slippage that actually came in here. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and try to see if there can be an adjustment that we can make. So depending on that, we can follow through whatever is happening. So at this moment, it's going against our area. So it's fine. So did I have a problem in executing my trade? Absolutely not. I did not have any problem executing my trade. And if I go ahead and look at market depth, what's happening here? There are still a number of buyers and everything. There's still 1 lakh quantity, 1 lakh lots in the system. So there is no problem whatsoever over here. So the only thing that we had was a bit of a slippage at 303. So that can easily be taken off. But remember, we have just bought a very small quantity, guys. And that quantity is all we are looking for. Now, what would be our target? Now, if I go ahead and check as to what my target would be, let me just see what was the high of this entire piece. Actually, over here, I don't see any high where we can keep it as a target, but I would say that the index can actually touch 37,000. That's what it's planning to do. So we can look into a decent amount of a target today. We will trail the stop loss on the way. We will not go ahead and put a specific kind of a target because I don't see that target from the option that I have over here. So at this moment, we are already in slight green and cost to cost. So there is no problem over here. We will just try to let it flow. And, we will take somewhere around 5,000 bucks at a time. So if we achieve 50 points, then we will trail our stop loss. And then, slowly every 50 points, we will start moving our stop loss towards the upside. Now, of course, we are seeing a decent amount of profit. So let's look at that. In the next 40 points, I think there would be a bit of a resistance. That's what that we can have. So at that moment, we will trail our stop loss to the cost price. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we have not utilized all the money in the world that we have, guys. There are still, somewhere around 30,000 is what we have used as capital that has been deployed on this trade. Okay, so there is no much capital that has been used here. So we'll just go ahead and see how it works. So somewhere around 353 would be our first zone we will be looking at. And then after that, we'll be looking at somewhere around 398. If we didn't have slippage, I think we would have made somewhere around 5,000 bucks already, I think. But we had a slippage, we cannot go ahead and see as to what has happened. But of course, the stop loss just became a bit deeper. Now, there are two things that we can do on this scenario. Now, as soon as we are in this position and it is moving towards our side, the first thing that we do is we trail the stop loss. So you will take your SLM and you will bring it to your cost price so you don't lose any money in this particular trade. Okay, so you will keep it ready at 306 over here. Okay, and if this option suddenly tries to cut somewhere around 315, you will immediately place this button. All right, so that you don't get an impact. It's crossed, so I've placed the button. So I will not have a loss in this position. I have already protected myself. So at this moment, my stop loss is at 306. So if there is an opportunity, I will buy again. Okay, but protecting your capital is very, very important, guys. So, in the midst of protecting the capital, I have gone ahead and done whatever I have done over here. So apart from that, there is nothing else. So now let's go back and see what's happening over here. I think Bank Nifty is trying to do all the force that it can. I think our position just got executed. Yes. So because of the volatility, our position got executed, but it's fine. It's fine. We are still in profit. It's okay. We will try to re-enter the position once again and see how it goes. So let us quickly check and see what Bank Nifty is doing over here. Bank Nifty is trying to create a bit of a negative candle, a negative kind of a scenario. Over here, Nifty is already topped out. Nifty is already topped out over here. Now, in terms of the options, I think our option is again back to 323. So now there are two things that we can do, guys. We can buy a 36,600 call itself on a higher price, or we can switch the call to 36,700. So we will buy a 36,700 call regardless, because 36,600 has become a bit costly for us. We can deploy the same quantity and expect the same kind of a movement. So onto your list, I would request you to add 36,700 call. Okay, and if we have a breakout once again, we will have a look into that and see how it will work. But at this moment, I don't see any breakout. We have had a trailing, what do you say, trailing profit, is that what it's called? So I don't know what is the terminology that people use, but we've just trailed a stop loss to cost price as soon as it went to green, so that we don't get hit from any volatility today, because we have to pay slave. So there was an opportunity for us where we could have bought this at 275 and it would have given us a decent amount of targets, but there was a slippage of 25 points that happened. So you cannot do anything about that, but still you're in green. So that's the grace of God, that we should say. So now let's look at the kind of volumes that are in. So remember, guys, the commutative delta over here is somewhere around 93 or 94,000 lots. So this 94,000 lots clearly tells us that there is still a buying momentum. Now, if you would see, even if the candle is red, the order flow says that the buyers are dominating on this candle. All right, so the buyers are dominating on this candle, which is very, very important for us to understand. So let's go ahead and see what's going to be the case over there. So in terms of the option that we had, it's still at 306. Now, to get ourselves less exposed to whatever is happening, we can buy an option which is on a cheaper price. So what I will do is I'll add 36,700 also over here, a call. So I will add it here. So the call had a solid momentum today. That's what I see. So if I say what is the support of this call, the call will have a support at over here at 190 on the previous swings, where it has made the top over here. And in terms of put, I think the put is forming a base. So we will have to go ahead, move our lines back to the put at the base and see what's going to happen. Now, there are two things what we can do. If we take a trade over here right now, our stop loss is going to be somewhere around 50 points easily. So we can take this trade once again. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead with 35,700 and let's go ahead with 100 quantity because, we are good people. So let's initiate a market order. I think again, there is a bit of a slippage because from 250, I have seen it go to somewhere around 266. But remember that options is all about momentum and you will have to capture momentum. So that's what it is. Now there is obviously a point that it is showing that it has come back to 256, 257. But the point is usually when it is in momentum, it never sees the buy price that you actually put into the system. So over here, by initiating the orders, I personally feel that there is no much of a lag in terms of whatever is happening. Now, of course, because of a little bit of volatility about the GDP, this entire thing is moving here and there. All right. So we are still on to the call side and we are still there here. Now, like I explained, that the momentum over here is still on the positive side because even on a negative candle, there is a positive buying. Now, there is one small thing that I want to tell you. There are too many green candles. There are too many green candles. So, the bills are due when there are green candles, and there can be a red candle that can come anytime. So we'll have to see how our position reacts and what happens, and then do things accordingly. So at this moment, in terms of the stop loss that I can see, our position can have a stop loss of somewhere around 190. We can place that on the system and just wait for a while. And once it moves in our direction, we can go ahead and buy that over there. Now, let me also mark the buy price that is there over here already. So the buy price is somewhere around 267. There was a slippage of somewhere around 15 points, I believe. So let's go ahead, mark that over here as well. Now Nifty is trying to move itself up. I think we literally bought it over here on the wick. So there is a bit of a slippage that I'm seeing over here from the decision-making process to the deployment. So there is no logical stop loss over here, apart from the ones that we have drawn over here already. So we are having a momentum right now, and let's hope for the best and see as to how we get our way. Our target today would be a maximum of 50 points, guys. So if we are able to decently make 1:1 of what our stop loss is, that should be fine. So I can look forward to see as to what can happen. So I think the momentum has already started to kick in. So we are already somewhere around 2,000 bucks in profit. Now, since morning, we have seen 2,000 bucks twice. Okay, but we were only able to book 300 rupees on the other side. But the other targets are already there. So right now, if you would see that we have already crossed somewhere around 32 to 40 points on a single direction. We just have to keep the momentum in. Now, remember, options is all about momentum, guys. It's not about whatever is going to happen. So let's see. So like I told you, the order flow did tell me that it is not going to go down, buddy, even if it is making a red candle. So this momentum should be enough to go ahead and sustain us a decent amount of profits. So what I will do is, I think 50 points has already been achieved. Has it been to the tune of our risk to reward? 76 is our risk to reward at this moment. So 76 points, if we get onto this buyer kind of a scenario, I think we have won the war. So I'll be looking at a target of somewhere around 350. So I will place a stop loss at 3. Let me just see if it has that momentum, and if it crosses itself onto that direction of 350, then we can go ahead and place our stop loss, trail it, and do a lot of more things. Right now, we can also trail our stop loss to the cost price because we are already in the plus. So at this moment, we don't have to worry about, because we are already in a deep green. So what we can do is we can just wait for the entire thing to move towards our goal, and we can see how it happens. So as soon as this crosses 350, we will place our stop loss to somewhere around a decent, 341 or 342. So I'm just waiting for that 18 points to get over. So it's going there somewhere around 338 itself. It is trying to sustain itself. So keep your SLMs ready, guys. Keep your SLMs ready. So it is crossing 351. So we will have to go ahead and place our stop loss at 341. Okay. So that's the thing. I apologize. My cats are, literally troubling me a lot. You can hear them on the background too much. So over here at this moment, whoever sees a decent profit can exit, and whoever wants to trail your stop losses with me can trail it at 341. We will be somehow looking at a target of somewhere around 398 is what we are looking at. So let's place the SLM over here. So if we get taken out on the SLM, we have still won the day, guys. We have still won the day, and there is going to be no problem whatsoever. And I think we just hit our SLM. And it's going up again. So let's quickly have a look and see what's happening over here. So it's somewhere around 36,900 itself. So there are two things that we can do over here, guys. How many of you guys made profits? Can you guys let me know in the chat? How many of you guys have copied my trade and made profits? Awesome. So just for the recording purposes, okay, just for the recording purposes, guys, I will go ahead and put this over here. All right. Can you guys once again tell me how many of you guys made profits? Just for the recording purposes. Now you need to type. Okay. So see, it's just not me. It's everybody who is making profits by copying me. That's the most important part of life, right? So, that's where the things are, and that's how we roll. So at this moment, see, it hit our trailing stop loss. It hit our trailing stop loss, but I'm fine with that, guys. I'm fine with that trailing stop loss getting hit, because like I told you, right, what was my risk to reward ratio today, guys? It was 76 points, isn't it? Okay, there is nothing more than 76 points that we need to look at. What did we place over here as the risk to reward? We placed a risk to reward over here at this area, 76 points here. And how much did we actually get over here? We somewhere got 76 points itself over here. All right. So that's all it is. So there is nothing more rocket science in the trading, guys. So I hope, a lot of you guys had, fun. Now, of course, I'm seeing a lot of 6,000, 8,000 and all. Now, guys, there is one small thing. What I want you to do is that I want you to share your profit screenshots on Telegram with me. Okay. And so that we can post it. See, guys, I have no what do you say, enmity with any traders over there on YouTube. But, I'm against one thing. And you know what I'm against? I'm against people, making money on other people's fear. Okay. I am very against this right from the start of my life. All right. When somebody comes and tells that, you have to do this or else you will die, I will be like, hey, I will die, man. I won't do it. Okay, that is the kind of a thing. So they should not give you fear that you are never going to make money if there is no margin. You're never going to prosper if there is no margin. You're not going to do this if there is no margin. Do you think I was not able to make 7,000 bucks with just 3,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees deployed? What is the ROI for 7,000 bucks, guys? And I will tell you one thing honestly today. My system is lagging like hell. My system is lagging like hell. Okay. But I'm still moving here and there. And that slippage that is happening. Okay. And that slippage that is happening is because of the lag in my system, not because of what is, the system or the market is doing. So with this, I establish that, markets are having decent amount of volumes. It is trader friendly. You don't have to, hold a torch and go to somebody's house and tell them to give the margin back. It looks very stupid. So, I just want to tell you guys to be brave and to learn to change, because the only thing that is constant in the world, guys, is change. So let's bloody adopt it and let's take it towards the next level. And this recording is going to go to YouTube. Okay, we are going to upload it as a live trading recording, and we are going to go ahead and see. So today, I think this is enough for my budget. And, if I want to go ahead and see as to, what is happening, guys, I want you to send me your screenshots, because I want to flood those screenshots in the group, telling that people can make money even if they think that they can do anything over there. So I want them to know that you have made money today, even with these problems of whatever they actually bought out from a thin air. So at this moment, again, it is still going to our targets. And, Bank Nifty is again getting a bit, bullish with the momentum. So it is already somewhere around 1% up. And, the other one that we had a trailing stop loss hit, if that was not hit, at 303, then I think we could have made somewhere around 15 to 13,000 bucks over there. And over here also we could have made it decent, but out of that 15,000 bucks, we were able to capture 7,613. That's a very decent amount of money. All right. So I hope you guys have learned a lot of things. Now, there are no fancy drawings that I have to make over here, guys, because there was only one simple setup. One simple setup is that what was the support or what was the resistance that the Bank Nifty is trying to break. Once the resistance got broken, it got flushed properly. I kept my 5 paisa account, which had a balance of 7 lakhs as a backup. I never had to use it because Zerodha just worked absolutely fine. Whatever slippages that I had was because of my system being slow, not because of the market. So with this, I thank you so much for your time for the live trading for the day, guys. If I get any offline opportunities, I'll let you know, and I will mostly be looking at it after 12 o'clock. I hope you guys have made enough money. Thank you so much for being a part of this day today. I wish you have a beautiful day ahead. Let's make some more money tomorrow, and we will come back. Okay. So thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye for now.